Battlefield Podcast.
Welcome back to Battlefield: The Road So Far. In this segment, we're going to be looking at Battlefield Bad Company 2, released in 2010, the first title in the Battlefield series that spanned across all three systems, the PS3, the Xbox 360, and the PC, all released more or less on the same date at the same time, which was a whole new thing, really, for the Battlefield series. And a lot of people got their start in Bad Company 2. When we talk to people on Twitter or in comments on this series, as well as other videos we've done, there's a lot of stuff with like, oh yeah, I started on Bad Company 2, it's great you're showing us this old stuff. And, you know, so Bad Company 2, actually not a very big title for myself personally, because at the time I was sort of on the consoles, didn't really have a PC, I played it on the PlayStation 3, but not with a ton of people, so a bit different. But again, this is the sort of, obviously based on the name, continuation of Battlefield Bad Company. And Tim, what are a couple of things out of the many things that Bad Company 2 brought to the Battlefield series?
For the Battlefield series, what Bad Company 2 did was, it was really a defining moment for the Battlefield YouTube community, this media community that we've kind of developed on YouTube. And a lot of big names started out their YouTube careers with Battlefield Bad Company 2. So I think we can kind of tip our hats to Bad Company 2 and say thank you for just what it did, being on all platforms and just really just kind of opening up the doors, because I feel like before the Battlefield community was very tight niched. It wasn't very exposed. And now with the development of YouTube, where it was at this moment in time, it was a lot easier for people to access the tools that YouTube offered. Before, when we were doing Battlefield 2, it was very hard to do anything on YouTube. You know, you had a 10-minute max. You weren't able to upload high-quality videos and things like that. So it was very hard to do anything on YouTube, and it was very hard to get views. So now what we've seen in this time era was this brand new community starting to develop, and it was very unique.
Yeah, it's really interesting. YouTube before Bad Company 2, I mean, it was difficult to record game footage, period. Whether that was on the PC, where it was possible but a pain in the ass, or on consoles, where it was probably pretty much not a possibility. I mean, nowadays it's really easy. Pretty much anybody can either buy a piece of hardware or some software and record some footage and throw it up on YouTube. I mean, this was before the days of copyright arrangements, you know, right, where you could actually upload game footage and not get your account deleted. So this was definitely a big first step.
Another big thing was the actual implementation of Frostbite 1.5 with Destruction 2.0. A lot of people in the community have cried out for the old style of destruction. The destruction that we saw in Bad Company 2 was very unique. It was a big step up from Bad Company. Being able to just demolish and bring down an entire building with explosives was huge. In Bad Company, you were able just to kind of blow through walls, and that was big. But this time they stepped it up, and the level of destruction was huge and ginormous in comparison to the first one. And then as we see in progression with Battlefield 3, they kind of toned down the destruction with Frostbite 2. But I think for Battlefield 4, we can all kind of say thank you to Bad Company 2 and what they did with Destruction 2.0, because I really feel like they brought that back in Battlefield 4.
So Battlefield Bad Company 2 certainly left a big impression on most of us around the community, and we have a lot to thank for that game for where we are now. In fact, we're going to be talking about Battlefield 3 in the next episode, which brings us even more closer to Battlefield 4.